Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we discussed about how to prepare the simple purchase book. So purchase book are of two types. First one is simple purchase book that we have already discussed with the help of an example, and second type is columnar purchase book. Today we are going to discuss this columnar purchase book. So you have seen that columnar purchase book can be prepared in two ways. First one is according to the types of goods, and second one is purchase book with columns for goods and expenses. Now let's discuss the first type, that is columnar purchase book according to the types of goods. That means that when a businessman purchases goods of more than one type, columnar purchase book for each type of goods is prepared instead of simple purchase book to know the details and information about each variety of goods. For example, like when a businessman purchases only TV, when businessman purchases only television or TV, then he would prepare simple purchase book. But if a businessman purchases TV along with TV like refrigerator and floor mills, then he will prepare columnar purchase book to know the details and information about each variety of goods, to know the details and information about the refrigerator, floor mills and television. So if businessman is engaged in purchase of more than one type of goods, then columnar purchase book is prepared. But if businessman is purchasing only one type of goods, say television, then the business would prepare simple purchase book. Now let's look at the format of a columnar purchase book. So this is the format given. First column would be date, second would be name of the supplier, third would be invoice number, fourth would be LF number, and amount, like if businessman is businessman is purchasing goods, that name of that good is written. For example, business is engaged in purchase of television, refrigerator and floor mill, then the first column would be TV column would be prepared, then second would be refrigerator, and the third would be floor mill, and above that you have to write the amount, and at the last column would be total amount. So this is the format for preparing the columnar purchase book. Remember that if businessman is engaged in purchase of more than one type of goods, then columnar purchase book is prepared, and this is the format of columnar purchase book. And above on the top of the table you have to write the purchase book of Shri, whatever name of the supplier is given in the question, that name you have to write it. Purchase book of Shri dash dash dash. The name of the supplier would be given in the question number. That name you have to write it. So this is the format of the columnar purchase book according to the types of goods. So now let's discuss with the help of an example. So here one example, one illustration is given. Illustration says that from the following information, prepare columnar purchase book in the books of Shriji Furniture Mart. Shriji Furniture Mart deals in purchase and sales of tables, chairs and cupboard. So in the question itself, you have to assume that you have to prepare the columnar purchase book according to the types of goods, because Shriji Furniture Mart deals in purchase and sales of tables, first type of good, second type of good is chair, and third type of goods is cupboard. So business is purchasing three types of goods: tables, chairs and cupboards. So first of all, let's see how to prepare the table for this. So first of all, the first column would be date, second would be name of the supplier, third would be invoice number, fourth one would be LF number, and in the question business Shriji Furniture Mart deals with the table, chairs and cupboard. So first you have to write the table, then second would be chairs, third would be cupboard, and above that you have to write the amount, and the last column would be total amount. This is how you have to prepare the table for the question. And on the top of the table you have to write purchase book of Shriji Furniture Mart. So let's start with the question. So these transactions are happened in the year of 2015 and in the month of April. So first is purchased from Shri Ram Furniture Mart 10 pieces table at 1000 per piece, 15 pieces chair at 600 per piece, and 5 pieces cupboard at 3000 per piece, and credit period was 1 month and invoice number was 99. So here Shri Ram Furniture Mart, here Shriji Furniture Mart purchases table, chairs and cupboard from the Ram Furniture Mart. So first of all you have to write the year 2015, then date would be April 1st. Name of the supplier is given, the Shri Ram Furniture Mart account. Invoice number is also given, that is 99. You have to write 99. In LF number you have to put the dash. So now what would be the amount? So table was 10 pieces of table at 1000. So 10 table was purchased for the amount of 1000. So you have to multiply 1000 into 10, that would become 10,000. So you have to write it 10,000 in the column of table for Shri Ram Furniture Mart, 10,000. And chairs, 15 pieces chairs at 600 per piece. Same way you have to multiply 600 into 15, that would be 9,000. That amount you have to write it in the chairs column, and the 5 pieces cupboard at 3000 per piece. So it would be 15,000. 15,000 amount you have to write it in the cupboard column. So if you total it, 10,000 plus 9,000 plus 15,000, that would become 34,000. That amount you have to write it in the total amount column. So this is how you have to pass the journal entry in the purchase book. Now let's look at the second transaction. Second transaction which is happened on 5th of April. So purchase from Shri Krishna Furniture Mart 10 pieces table at rupees 1200 per piece, and 12 pieces cupboard at 2500 per piece, and 10% trade discount was given. Invoice number was 126 was received, and half of the amount is paid immediately by the cash. So here cash is given, right? So only half of the amount was paid in cash, or rest of the amount was paid afterwards. So first of all this entry would be passed because only half of the amount was paid in cash. So first of all you have to write the name of the supplier, that is Shri Krishna Furniture Mart. Invoice number is also given, that is 126. So now table was purchased 10 pieces of table at rupees 1200. So if you multiply 10 into 1200 you will get 10,800. But 10% trade discount is also allowed. So you have to calculate 10% of 12,000. 12,000 into 10 divided by 100. You will get 1200. If you minus that 1200 after 12,000, you will get 10,800. That amount you have to write it in the table column. Then for the chairs are not purchased. Chairs are not purchased. Therefore, you have to put the dash, and the cupboard was purchased, that is 12 pieces cupboard at rupees 2500 per piece. So first of all you have to multiply 2500 into 12, whatever amount you will get. After that you have to again calculate the trade discount, and you have to minus that trade discount out of the total cost. Whatever amount you will get, you will have to write it that in the cupboard column. That would become 27,000. and the total would become 37,800, and amount paid immediately by cash would not be recorded in the purchase book. Now if you want a detailed explanation, like below the table it is given the detailed explanation. Now next is, a cycle was purchased from Shivam's cycle stores at rupees 3500. Cycle would not be this transaction would not be recorded in the purchase book because business like Shriji Furniture Mart deals only with the tables, chairs and cupboard, not with the cycle. Therefore this transaction would not be recorded in the purchase book. Then next is, purchased chairs of rupees 10,000 at 10% trade discount and 5% cash discount from the Rahim Furniture, and amount is paid immediately. Amount is paid immediately, obviously cash would be paid. Therefore cash transactions is never ever recorded in the purchase book. Only credit purchase of goods is recorded in the purchase book. So this, and again this transaction would not be recorded in the purchase book. The next is, an order was placed with Sri Ambe Furniture Trading Company, 20 pieces table at rupees 900 per piece and 5 pieces chairs at rupees 700 per piece. Again this would also be not recorded in the purchase book because only an order has taken place, only order has been placed, it is not purchased. Therefore this transaction would not be recorded in the purchase book. And the last one is, purchased from Mahesh Bhai 5 pieces table at rupees 1200 per piece, 20 pieces chairs at rupees 600 per piece and 8 cupboards at rupees 2500 per piece at 10% trade discount, bill number 500. So this would be recorded. So first you have to write the date, that is 30. The name of the supplier is given, that is Mahesh Bhai's account. Invoice number is also given, that is bill number 500. Again you have to calculate the same way. 1200 into 5, that amount you have to write it in the table column. 20 into 600 you have to write it in the chairs column, and 8 into 2500 you have to write it in the 18 cupboard column. But don't forget to minus the trade discount, and if you total it you will get 34,200. So with this the question is completed. So at the end of the question you have to total it. So like this you have to write the total, and you have to total the each column. You have to total the each column. So with this, after you total, the purchase book is prepared. Whole purchase book is prepared. So this is the columnar purchase book according to the types of goods. This was purchase book according to the types of goods. Now next type of columnar purchase book is purchase book with columns for goods and expenses. So now we are going to stop here. In the next video we would be discussing with the purchase book with columns for goods and expenses. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.